Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how you can contribute to a Roth IRA through Vanguard account. You can use any investment company to create an account with them, but for me I actually use Vanguard because I already have account with Vanguard. I had opened a brokerage account and I have opened many more account inside that account. So in here is Vanguard have a many account type. You can do an IRA, it have a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. And a Roth IRA is the account that you already pay tax. You already have your money put in there. Your money already paid tax, and now you put money to a Roth IRA. A traditional IRA is the money you have not paid tax yet, but you are putting into a traditional IRA. And some people they take advantage of this because it's a tax shield, so they don't have to pay tax yet. And some other people they use it because there's no other option for them to put money away. So they put money after tax into the traditional IRA as well. So then they converted it to a Roth because their income limit is already over. So they cannot put no longer put into a Roth IRA. They're not allowed anymore. So then they can do also. There's another option for account type is individual and joint account. You can do just your account, or you can have a joint account with your spouse. And they offer another account type is 529 collect saving plan. This one you can do it for your kid, your family member, your uncle, your aunt, your grandma. So whatever you can create in there for 529, regardless their ages, you can do it. And then you can do annuity. You can also do some other retirement investment account if you are self-employed or you are a business owner. And this one is a Vanguard 403B as well for employee who work, in a hospital. That's a lot of private company using a 403B. And a lot of people who have been job transferred to a different company, they also use a 401k rollover. So you can do this as well. 401k rollover, you can roll it to a traditional IRA, or you can roll it to a 401k rollover. So they have offer a variety of options. So what I'm showing to right now is how you make your contribution into a Roth IRA account through Vanguard account, because I have a account in Vanguard, so I'm going to do this through Vanguard. You can use any investment company to actually open a Roth IRA. For me, I'm using Vanguard in this case. So the first step is to log into the account after you already have an account with them. Do your username and your password and then click login. So after you log in, sometimes it's difficult to log in because they need to verify if you are the owner of the account. So they send you a text, Vanguard will send you a text using the security code, and then you'll be able to log in using that security code. This is authentic signing in. So when you enter the security code, you want to make sure that to remember your computer, because sometimes you use variety of computer, and even though you use one computer, Vanguard still continue to send you to verify you if you're the owner of this account by sending you a security code. When you get in, now you're gonna go to your My Account, and then you're gonna click Overview. When you click Overview, this window will pop up. So in this window, we have a transfer money, and you can see many variety of like Vanguard Federal Money Market is zero balance. This is, in my case, is zero balance. This is where you can actually doing a contribution to an IRA. In our case, we're going to contribute to a Roth IRA. Before you can contribute it to a Roth IRA, you need to ensure that you are qualified to do the contribution. To be able to understand if you can contribute or not, you need to make sure you check your income limit. This is the website that IRA telling us that if you are married filing jointly or a qualified widow, if you make less than $196,000, you can contribute up to the limit, which is $6,000. So make sure if you make money, annual salary income, less than $196,000, you can contribute it up to the limit, $6,000. And this is the modified adjustment gross income. And if you make greater than $196,000 but less than $206,000, your contribution will be reduced. The amount that you can contribute it will be less. And if you make more than $206,000, you will no longer can contribute it to a Roth IRA. Now you have to find another way to do it. You can contribute it to a traditional IRA, then you can convert it to a Roth IRA later. And if you're single, okay, if you're single, you make less than $124,000, you can contribute it up to the limit amount, $6,000. But if you make greater than $124,000, but less than $139,000, you can contribute some of the amount, okay, not a whole entire $6,000. And if you make greater than $139,000 as a single or a head of a household, then you're no longer able to contribute the money to a Roth IRA. And still, you can still contribute it to a traditional IRA and convert it to a Roth IRA. I can do another video on that later, but at the moment I just need to explain it to you. Make sure you know the income limit to be able to contribute it to a Roth IRA. And there's another way too. If you both, husband and wife, married filing jointly, make more than $196,000, you actually can put the maximum amount of your money before tax into a 401k and 457. Now your money decreasing, your modified adjustment gross income is less than $196,000. Now you actually can contribute the maximum $6,000 for you and for your spouse. So total $12,000 every year into a Roth IRA. So both you and your spouse will be able to contribute each person $6,000. So $6,000 for you, $6,000 for your spouse. A total every year you can contribute it to a Roth IRA, $12,000. Okay, but you both need to work to have the earned income to be able to contribute it to a Roth IRA. So now after you contribute it, now you need to know how you do it in a Vanguard account. So go to transfer money, and in transfer money you click this icon right here, the arrow down. You can do contribute to a Roth IRA, to IRA, withdraw from IRA, move money between accounts. Okay, so the goal today is to contribute it to a Roth IRA. We're gonna click on here, and then there's another window gonna pop up. After you click and contribute to IRA, now this window pop up, and buy Vanguard fund. Number one, where's the money going? So, and also asking you, is this rollover from employer sponsor plan or IRA? In this case, no, we don't have any employer sponsor plan, or this is not a rollover from another employer. So I select no, and then the other message below, it say your annual IRA contribution maximum may be less than what is shown here. See income and contribution limit to learn more about the limits and avoid making an excess contribution. So make sure you know your income limit and the contribution limit, just like I showed you before earlier. An IRS website will show you what is your income limit and how much you can contribute in there. Okay, and then after you know all of that, now look at the yearly maximum. So yearly maximum is $6,000. Okay, and you contributed zero balance at this time for 2020. You still contributed $6,000. So this person can contribute it to the maximum. Now you click on here, hovering over it, you see a little bit message popping up. And that message will tell you Roth versus traditional IRA comparison. So you can learn more about it, what is the best option for you. In this case, we are going for a Roth IRA. You can do a high contribution detail. So right now, if you click on here, then it will hide the amount that you already been contributed. Okay, like this, and then you click here, it will show that you have contributed zero balance into the account. Now let's look at on the bottom. Let's say you can either contribute to another Vanguard mutual fund within this IRA or Roth IRA, or you can select a federal money market to park your money right now, or you can do the investment that you had it before. So first, I will put it in a federal money market, and then this box pop up, and you can put the amount you want to contribute. So let's just say $1,500. So when you put $1,500, this balance right here will, on the location say you contributed, will change. So $1,500 you are going to contribute it. Now subtract from the $6,000 the rest of balance that you can contribute it will be $4,500. Okay, so 1,500 you already contributed. $4,500 will be the additional you can contribute to add it up to $6,000. Now after you do that, now you're gonna click continue. When you click continue, another window gonna pop up. So now after you make a decision to put some money in there already, you're going to make sure that you have enough money inside your checking account, that you're going to take the money and put it in this in federal money market. The reason I'm using the federal money market because you park the money there and then you will decide which fund you're going to invest into. So I have already have some healthcare uh, mutual fund in there already. Actually, it's an index, and then also a high dividend yield index Admiral share already. So now let's just continue. So make sure you have enough money inside your checking account that you're taking out $1,500 or whatever the amount that you are wishing to contribute. Okay, and this one is where the money going. So where the money going? The money will go into the federal money market inside the Roth IRA. Okay, and then you click continue. When you click continue, say where the money coming from. Well, going to this account, but where's it coming from? It's gonna coming from your checking account, or it can be coming from some other account that you already have from within the Vanguard account. Okay, but for me, it is gonna coming from the checking account. So you click continue. So when you click continue, this one is pop up. It say where the money coming from. The money coming from the checking account, and then there's a message saying here this transaction will be debited as an electronic bank transfer (EBT) via checking account. Your bank account should be debited within 2 business days to purchase by wire. See below. And then it says the important note: if you are using a saving account, your bank may charge fee or restrict some electronic purchases. Please check with your bank for more information. So the best option is to put a checking account in there. So it's more easier and then less fee to deduct. But then after that, you're going to continue with the process by clicking continue. So when you click continue, this window pop up to consent to electronic delivery of fund prospectus. So this is a consent that you say that you agree to read and agree to term of each prospectus before investing. So make sure you read it. This is a federal money market fund. So you click on it. You must have, okay, you click on it, they will deliver the prospectus of the fund itself. So you can read more about the fund. I would recommend you to do it before you do this. Park your money in a federal money market fund because just to learn more about it, okay, before you do it. Because I already know it already beforehand, so that's why I'm doing this. So this is the fund. Purchase fees, none. Sell charge, none. Redemption fees, none. Amount service fee will be $20 a year. So the annual maintenance fee, $20 a year. You can waive this by doing the electronic correspondence. That means everything will be delivered to you through electronically email or phone. Then you will be waived the $20 annual maintenance fee. Okay, so each individual fund, if you open 5 fund that you invested, each fund have $20 annual fee. So make sure you go to each individual fund and do the electronic consent to get all the message, correspondent letter, correspondent message from the each individual fund as electronically to avoid those $20 annual fee. Because if you have 5 different funds, then will be 20 times 5 is $100 a year. So that also add up. But if you are okay with it, it's okay. You don't need to do the electronic. Then you just have to pay for the maintenance fee. Management fee is 0.09. Okay, and they have also uh, many example for 1 year $1. So they're telling you the fund, the cost of investing in other mutual fund, and the illustration of the hypothetical expenses that you would incur over the very period if you were to invest at $10,000. So in 1 year, if you have $10,000 invested, you might cost you $11. 3 year $35, 5 years $52, 10 year $141. And they also tell you the principal investment strategy as well. And the principal risk, income risk, manager risk, everything else. But remember, you do this to park your money, and then you try to move the money later to somewhere else. When you think that you want to buy those funds. Okay, total return. They're telling you this is the annual total return rate. This is like a checking account, but a little bit better rate of the interest that you will earn. So after you read everything on the documentation and you think that, you know what, I forgot to do my research prior to do this. So you read it right here. You read the prospector documentation. Now you say, I think I don't like the fund and I don't want to invest in it and I don't want to pay for any maintenance fee, $20 a year. So, and I don't like the expense ratio that I have to pay 0.9%. So I am going to change my mind. So when you change your mind, you just say, don't accept. So when you don't accept and then you say yes, then they will go back to the original form. Okay, you just have to close it and say, okay, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to invest in that fund. I want to do something else. So you have to unclick this and then you can do, let me just invest into something that I already know and then going to be beneficial. So you do, this is in a Roth IRA alone. Okay, you do another fund. Okay, let's just do VOOG. Okay, when you do VOOG, you need to make sure that you know that is the correct name, the correct symbol for this Vanguard mutual fund. You can do that. The reason you do that because you wanted to invest two different mutual funds. So now you're going to continue where you have to select where the money coming from. Okay. So after you read the consent already, you read the documentation on the prospector that you're going to invest into a federal money market fund, or you're going to park your money there and then decide to invest later. Then you can click accept the consent, and then another window pop up with your bank account, and then routing confirmation, and then you will click continue and then submit the request to transfer your money, in this case $1,500, into a federal money market, and then you're done. If you don't accept all of these, you don't like the way the investment is and the expense ratio 0.9%, or not only federal money market fund but any other fund, and you change your mind, you can do don't accept, and then after that you go back to your original window. Okay, that's it. Thank you. As I mentioned earlier, if you click accept, this window will pop up. Now you can go back if you want to cancel it, because right here it says once you submit this transaction, you may not be able to cancel or change it. So you still have time to change your mind until at the end. So you can go back or you can submit it. In this case, we're going to submit the transaction. So after you submit and you do a transaction already, you will receive electronic bank transfer message inside your account, and then letting you know that your electronic bank transfer to Vanguard is being processed. When you click on the message for the electronic bank transfer to Vanguard is being processing, then the message is in detail a little bit more. It's going to tell you the transaction detail below about your bank account, how much money you're going to be transferred to this Vanguard. And then it also mentioned your bank account should be debited in 1 business day if the electronic bank transfer EBT request was received before the close of a regular trading on the New York Stock Exchange. So usually 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Your bank account should be debited in 2 business days if the EBT request was submitted after the close of regular trading or on a weekend or holiday. So in this case, it is on a weekend, so it takes 2 business days to have the Vanguard processing this request. So after you click submit and this window pop up, let's say that you have available trade is 1,500 and the federal money market settlement fund currently have zero balance. The total credit and debit is 1,500. So make sure, you know, in a couple of days or tomorrow, you do check your email, checking your checking account if you are doing the transactions through your checking account, because they're gonna deposit at least 2 times. One total is $1. So the first one can be 45 cents, the second one can be 55 cents, and then they will ask you the security question say that is this the right account, because they're doing that to verify this is the right person and right account for that person. And sometimes you have been doing it so many times, now they don't need to do that anymore. They're just gonna be do transaction right away from your account, from either the account you have put enter into the system. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope this is very helpful. And if you would like to see more video regarding to a Roth IRA and how to do it, please comment below. And also please subscribe to my channel.